That's why I'm like, oh, how am I explaining it? Hello over there and welcome to this YouTube channel. My name is Julia and in today's clip, it's beauty related but not makeup wise. I am actually gonna discuss my nail routine, and I also included the way I'm painting my nails basically, which is, I don't know, not necessarily mind-blowing, but since I needed to do my nails, I was like, you know what, I might as well just film that as well. The way I think I'm gonna do this clip is me talking for a bit at the beginning and let you know the minutes underneath in the description, like the minute it starts, the actual process of me doing my nails. You can click the actual time, which is amazing. YouTube actually implemented that, I think recently. So you can click on the time and it will drag you exactly where you want to if you're interested only in that part. But I'm gonna discuss exactly how I managed to grow my nails and make them really strong. Not to the point, you know, I can rip open a box with them because they're gonna break obviously, but to the point where I don't have horrendous nails like I used to have in high school and college. I had the worst ever nails. Like it was really bad. Whenever I had an occasion, I had to just literally go and spend a lot of money for having really lovely nails because I just couldn't have them. So I went in my 11th year of, like, first year of college, 11th year of like high school, like the third year. It's tricky because British say college, we do say high school for all of the goddamn 4 years. So basically in my first year of college, I came across this treatment which is from Eveline Cosmetics. This one, it's 8-in-1 total action. And I was like, it's not gonna work, but I'm gonna try it. It's really cheap, which is amazing. I think it's like £4 or something like that. You can find it on Amazon. I'll try to link down below. I recently stopped linking things just because it takes a lot of goddamn time, but for this clip I can afford it. So this is an actual treatment where you're supposed to use it for 14 days and it promises you that you're gonna have, you know, really strong nails on 14 days. Lies. You don't use it only for 14 days. I used it for 14 days. I was so disappointed, so annoyed because my nails were trash still. So what I did is, because I didn't want to spend money on like base coat, I used it as a base coat. So I used it quite often, but just for that. And in 2 years, I would say, when I went to university, they were still bad. And then in university, because I got it with me, I was like, I'm gonna try the treatment again. So I tried the treatment again, 14 days, nothing kind of like changed massively, but I did change my food intake, that sounds very, you know, academic. I started eating healthier basically, not extremely healthy, but healthier than I used to eat before. So I think that really impacted my nails, because at some point when it was maybe in my 2nd year, at the beginning of university, I realized my nails are a bit stronger. So it wasn't to the point I was growing them like I do grow them now, even longer than this, but they were not breaking as easily as before. I could just, you know, have them a teeny tiny bit, like just a tinge, like maybe how my tiny nail is, which is not too big, as you can see, but it's, for me, that was big at that time. I was like, whoa. So I went again with the treatment, but not as in like a 14-day. I was literally, whenever I was doing my nails, I was using it as a base coat all the goddamn time. In my 2nd year, 2nd semester, I finally grew my first goddamn nails, which was the best feeling I could ever have for such a, you know, horrendous, not that important thing in your life, because, you know, nails are not saving the world. But obviously, because I was always frustrated with my girls from my classmates in high school / college, I was always frustrated with them, the ones who had really lovely, nice, long, healthy nails. I was like, how the heck you're doing it? So what I'm trying to point out is the fact that I believe the treatment works, but if you do use it for a really long time, I still use it to this date. I use it as a base coat, and it still makes my nails, you know, last longer from breakage. Breakage, is that a word? From breaking, basically. So, you know, it's good. It's really good. I definitely recommend it, but don't use it just 14 days. Don't use it just for a month. Don't use it for 2 months. Use it constantly, because it's not gonna make any wonders in just 14 days. Another thing I want to point out is food, I think, is something that changed the way I also grow my hair. My hair started to grow faster than before, or maybe it's just in my head, who knows. But that one thing kind of like changed as well. And also hydration is key in terms of like being very hydrated, from what I've read. I don't know, I just feel since I started eating, I don't know, more salads, more fruits, more vegetables, maybe that's why my nails are stronger than ever. So just take into account that maybe food and drinking habits could potentially have an impact on them. As well as use a treatment. This one is the cheapest I've seen. I tried one from Hansen and it did not impress me. I was looking through the footage. I took off my lipstick as I was about to drink water from my bottle that is like, you know, caring about the planet. But I forgot to mention that when you use the treatment from Eveline, let me tell you, it's gonna be painful. I hated it the 14 days, or until the, actually no, 14 days, more than 14 days, until the nail starts to be thickened. I thought I'm gonna scream to death. Literally, I was almost crying. One of my friends from high school, she was telling me she tried it, and she was like, how the hell you managed to work with it? We were talking actually in the university time when I was going home and seeing my friends for coffee. So I was like, I just went with along the way. I just, you know, I was like, I'm gonna have really strong nails, I'm gonna finally paint them. Even when they were like small, my nails would look so bad. Now, for example, if I have to cut them, because maybe like sometimes even now this one is really tiny slash this one, you just can't tell that much because I do them in different colors just for the sake of that actually. But like what I was saying, literally, even if I cut them to the point where I don't have nails anymore, they look healthy, they look great, they look amazing. They did not used to look like that, and it's even easier to paint them, I swear to God. Whenever I used to have really tiny nails, it was a pain in the ass to paint them, and now I'm like, it's such a pleasure, really. Like, I really love doing my nails. You know, I'm basic. I don't know how to do flowers and shit like that, but basic is key for me when it comes to my nails. So she was telling me she doesn't understand, but my trick was, when I would feel they hurt really bad, I would wait to dry, the actual product to dry on my nails, and I will go underneath the water, the tap water, and I'll put it on really cold, and I'll just literally put them over there and be like standing there for like a couple of minutes. I'm not joking. It's a commitment, just saying. If you have really thin nails, if is that not the case, I would not think it's gonna hurt you that way. But my nails, like I said, they were extremely thin, so it was a pain in the ass. That's about it, really. I don't have anything else to say rather than just enjoy the actual process of me doing my nails. I hope this video is not gonna be too long, but I hope it's useful to you and you're gonna stop having the same issues I had before. So what we need is some nail polish remover. This is from Boots, and with some cotton pads, obviously. Now I'm taking this Hansen instant cuticle remover. Now I'm taking this polish thing, I don't know how to call it in English, but to polish my nails, and this cuticle kind of a wooden thing. to push them and kind of like clean, obviously. And also scissor for the kind of like tricky ones. The Eveline, the star of the show, 81 total action, but any which can work. This is from Berry M. I'll leave the names and shades down below. And this is from L'Oreal. And I'm taking this Rimmel Lander Super Gel to put it on top. These sequences, I try to have some fun. And this tool to actually pick the jewels, which is great. You can find loads of them on Amazon. It has 2 tips. Here's me trying to show you it actually goddamn works. It's the best thing. I use it for makeup and nails as well, so it's multi-use. And this is how my nails are looking like. I did not coat them with nail polish before, but I have the Eveline coating. And I'm taking some nail polish remover to remove it, make sure they're nice and clean. And now I'm taking the nail filer, if that's the name of it, to kind of like shape them in a round shape. I like my nails to be rounded. I know not everybody loves them that way, but I love them that way, and they are not breaking as easily as the ones that are not rounded, because basically they don't have edges, so it's harder for them to break. At least this is what I read online, and it's true, they don't break that easily. So I'm taking my time obviously to make every single one, and as you can see, my nails all like are not the same size, so that's why I was saying before in the intro, I do them different colors so you can't tell some of them are smaller than others. And I'm taking this scissor to kind of like cut. Sometimes I get this really hard skin around my nails, which is kind of like a pain in the ass. So I always cut it. If it's not the case, then just skip this side of the tutorial slash how I'm doing my nails, but that's what I'm doing. Because otherwise they're really like hard and I don't like them. And I'm putting this Cuticle from Hansen. I really love this stuff, but they say on the bottle to leave it for like 2 minutes or something like that. That's trash. Like personally for me, it works if I leave it for like 5 minutes at least. Like I sometimes leave it more than that. And I'm waiting, like I said, around 5 minutes, taking some tea to drink, whatever, and then I'm cleaning the edges, like the actual cuticles, with this wooden tool. And to be quite honest with you, I would take like an actual metallic one, because these ones you always have to repurchase, because I had a hard time in this video because this one was kind of old. So, you know, just a heads up, I would rather I'm planning to buy next time one that is from a metal material. And I know it looks gross, but this is what I'm doing, and I hope it's going to be useful to you as well. Although it's kind of personal. And with the tricky ones that they won't come off, I do take a scissor and cut them. Like some people say you're not supposed to cut them. I personally do, because they grow out on my nail itself and it just annoys me. I sometimes do with the trickier ones that they won't, come off. Now I have to go and wash my hands after I use that product. It's mandatory. That's the instructions. I'm following the instructions, and I'm literally soaping the nails really well to make sure the product is like gone. And now I'm taking the star of the show, like I said before, Eveline, and I'm applying it on my nails. I do apply only 1 coat, but from what I remember, the treatment says to apply 2 coats at the beginning. So obviously my nails, like, they don't hurt anymore. My experience with them hurting from this treatment was at the beginning when they were like really thin. That's not the case anymore, and neither to put 2 coats. Like I don't need it for 2 coats anymore. I only put 2 coats when I'm not having time to apply like a nail polish on top. So that's the only time I do put 2 coats. I said 2 coats so many times. Maybe someone will drink a shot for that. Or maybe not. but that's how they are looking like. They are really shiny. I really like it. And now I'm taking the nail polish and I'm applying on, like I said, I do make them differently because, for example, the ones I do with black, they were like shorter, and the ones I do with purple, they were like longer, and I always mix and match my hands. Like, for example, I think on the other hand I did not do my small finger black. I think I did it purple. I always mix and match. Like, I go crazy. I really like to sometimes even have one color on each nail. Like, I'm having fun in that kind of way because I don't know how to nail art, so yeah. And also, like, as you can see, I do tiny strokes when I apply it. Don't, you know, take your time, literally. And as you can see, I start from the middle and then push it all the way to the cuticle and then drag it all the way to the nail itself, like the end of it. I mean, the beginning actually is the end because they grow from the cuticle, obviously. But yeah, you know, that's my process, and I feel it's easier to work that way. And now I'm actually applying some studs that, not gonna lie, I have another tutorial on this kind of a thing coming soon because they lasted that way, putting them on the wet nail polish, but I tried them in another way that they lasted even longer. So subscribe if you want to see that within the future, really near future, because like I said, I already filmed it. And the thumbs, I always leave them at the end. I've seen this tip at someone who is like really into nail art and nails in general, and actually works, because what I do is with my thumbs, if I do have some nail polish around my fingers, I do clean it with the thumbs. And also, this is how in reality I apply my nail polish. I always put the thumb on a table because that's how it works for me. Otherwise, it's kind of tricky. And I'm taking now the polish remover because although I do sometimes clean it with my thumbs, sometimes obviously I need to clean everything else in between. So it really depends. The thumb is also more precise than a Q-tip. So that's why I use my thumbs first and then I use this one. And now I'm applying the Super Gel top coat, and I apply it on only the studs nails, and that's kind of about it. I really love how they turned out, and I hope this video is useful, and stay close because I will bring even more. So yeah, that's about it. Bye bye. See you in the next one.